and welcome to Fernbus Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer, and you join me back at the depot here. Nothing much has gone off between, nothing much has gone on between my last recording and this recording. All I've done is just literally just started off where I left it off. So we're in today. In fact, I'm going to log into the Flex phone. The old Flex phone, and then I'll show you where we are on the map. We left off, well, I left off in here. Today's route's going to be to here, and then, like I said, in the next episode after this one, will be, I'm going to do a little loop. So I'm going to go sort of counterclockwise from here. I'm going to do here, here, and here. I'm going to try and do them all in one foul sweep if I can. So that's going to be the plan. So go up to here, and then visit the airport, and go to here. I'm hoping that we're going to get to see them all. What I might do in that episode is I might cut, if I see we're running out of time once I go from here to here, I'll see how we get on at that, and then see if I can just sort of pause the recording and then come back to it. But anyway, hope you guys are well and enjoying your day. Let's get the bus up and away. Right, as I say, track R still kind of working. Let me just reset it. That's better. I was having problems initially with the tilt side of it. It seems to be alright now. You still have to crink your neck a bit to look up to the mirror, but I can live with that. Let's fire the bus up. Let's shut that front door. And then let's go over to the controllers and let's set everything up like we normally do. So turn everything on, turn lights on, turn the other lights on, turn the overhead on, turn the AC on, and we all know they love their 22.5 degrees. And then go over to this one here, turn ABS on, lower the bus, now I'm trying something else on with the, no, it doesn't work. I was trying to mix it up with it, I was going to put 1A, I put, for the route, I typed in 1A to see if it come up with 1A on the thing, but doesn't, on the display, but it doesn't come, only shows 01. So it was worth a try. That's the main thing. It's, you don't know until you try. Right, so anyway, there's a problem. It kind of, I know something in the development blogs, you have to press 2 to reset, and that kind of resets your track IR at the same token. So again, if you've got this game and having problems, just press 2. It does the same as the default F12 key on. It resets your position. So let's just try that again. I'm gonna. Problem is, it tilts your head down naturally. Right, or unnaturally, and is a bit. As I say, it's a bit over exaggerated, but it's still in beta. We'll continue on. I'll have to, they might resolve the issues. I know when I saw the blog they were using the cap instead of the actual Pro that I'm using. So let's actually try and reset track IR properly. There we go. Sorry guys. Right, let's put it into gear and take the brake off. Now, where do we need to go? This is a bit unclear. Which way do I need to go? I can only go left, so, or straight on. Let's quickly look at the map and where we are in aspects to the actual bus station. So, the bus station, I could go left or I could go straight on. Either way will kind of sort of get me there. I'm going to go left because it's probably the quicker route out of all of them to take. So I'll take the left option. This is where it gets interesting because there's no actual traffic lights for my side. There's only traffic lights for the main road. So it's a case of just go when it's clear. Stop. I'm hoping this way's legit. I hope this way works. Kind of forcing my hands going this way anyway, but there we go. The route advisor's now calibrated itself. Now I've found a road that it recognises. Even a marginal lean to the right or left. I know my posture ain't the best when I'm driving. I kind of start to slump down, and you'll probably notice it when I'm driving. I can't constantly stay upright all the time. We do have those quirks where we kind of settle out into a sort of like relaxed posture. That's green, so we can continue. Oh, I've missed my. Oh, okay. No one saw this, right? Off to a flying start already. Whoa, man. I know I'm bad, but you know, you don't just go, right, okay, well, I'm gonna drive in front of him while there's a bit of a gap. Yeah. I don't know if I asked, but I hope you guys are all well and enjoy your day. I'm definitely enjoying the fact Track R works. So it does need some tweaking. They might have to put some sort of initial dead zone in it, or tweak it a little bit more. It's better than nothing though. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. It's better not having Track R at all. I moaned enough about not having Track R. Now we've got it. Now I've got it. It's not. Oh well, they need to improve on it. It's like, yeah. I expect the developers are going, be grateful for what you got. Moany so and so. Anyway, let's open this up so they can put the bags in. And let's grab one at random. Yep, we're heading there, so. How about you, madam?
Cool.
Thank you.
Hello, here, mein Ticket.
Yep, we're going there, so express check you in, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hallo, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Sehr freundlich.
Danke. Right, how about you, madam?
Hello, mein Ticket.
Yeah, we're going there, so.
Danke.
Please jump aboard.
Moin, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Sehr freundlich.
Danke. I'll try my best. How about you, madam?
Danke sehr.
Danke.
Tag, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen. Auf geht's.
Yeah, looking at the
Salut.
development
Fahren Sie in meine
blogs.
Richtung?
I don't know if I covered this in my last episode, but
Ciao.
Mahlzeit, mein Ticket.
their new game that they're working on already. It looks, from what they've
Hi, ich müsste noch ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen.
made so far, it looks like they're going to be, again, you know, don't take this as gospel, but you know, it's my personal thoughts. It looks a bit like possibly it could be something that could potentially equal
Sehr freundlich.
OMSI.
Servus, das
Or if not OMSI, it could... We're not going there. Sorry, madam.
mein Fehler.
Sorry. I always feel bad. There's no one else. She's all by herself. Don't wanna be... Right. Yeah, it could... If it doesn't equal OMSI, it could potentially equal Bus Simulator 2016. Let's shut the door. We are definitely neutral, yeah. Cool. Excuse me. Let's play the announcement as well. Actually, I should have waited until... And I'll do that now. I'll skip ahead to that point.
Hallo und
Hallo.
herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und
You could potentially equal
unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern.
Bus Simulator
Bevor wir
2016.
richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise.
I don't know.
Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die
You know,
Schnallpflicht. Bitte
I'm not gonna say
schnallt während der
I'm
gesamten
eating my
Fahrt
words
an.
as yet,
In
but
den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr
I might have
unsere
been off the
Bordkarte
bat
mit
in
weiteren
what I thought they were
Sicherheitshinweisen
thinking about
und
doing.
Infos zu unserem
Because it looks
Snack-
more
und
keyed towards a
Eine
city
Toilette
builder
befindet sich
or
im
city
hinteren
bus
Einstellbereich.
simulator rather
Wer
than
kostenlos surfen will,
a trans-
wählt sich einfach in unser
well,
WLAN-Netz ein.
uh,
Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei.
from sort of
Unser
like
Team freut sich riesig über
place to
eure
place,
Likes
from
und Nachrichten.
from
Sollte euer Akku
town to
gehen,
town.
kein
It's going to
Problem.
be
Viele
more of
unserer
a
Sitze sind mit
in the
Steckdosen
city
ausgestattet
itself,
und
doing sort of like
entsprechend
runs
gekennzeichnet.
around the city. So
So könnt ihr euer Smartphone
that's
die gesamte
my
Fahrt über nutzen.
impression from what I can see from the first sort of like development sort of like of it. It looks pretty nice. They've got bendy bus, and you didn't actually see a bendy bus on a motorway, so kind of leads the way that they're going to be doing that sort of aspect. Anyway, let's set off.
Nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail
Put it in gear.
Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to
Hello.
Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can
After
get you to
last
your favorite
recording,
destination today. Before we set
I
off,
did some
we would like
dummy
to share some
retests,
information about the journey.
both with Avatar
Wearing
on
of seatbelts
and
is
without.
compulsory on
I'm
board
using
the bus.
XSplit now to
Therefore,
record
please keep your seatbelt fastened
a lot of my
throughout the
stuff where I
entire journey.
can, because I find
Pocket
it's
in front of you,
just
you'll
as good
find
to
our
use,
information
if not
card
better to
containing
use
further
than
safety instructions and details of
OBS
snacks
and
beverages.
DxTory.
There's a
DxTory
restroom located in the rear
is
parking area. If you would like to
the only
use the internet
good thing
free of
about
charge,
DxTory.
simply log on
Now,
to
it's
our
what I
onboard
prefer
Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out,
about
no
DxTory
problem.
to
Many of our seats are equipped with power
Okay, cheers,
outlets,
mate.
which are marked accordingly.
what I prefer to
If you would like to book your
DxTory.
next journey
Well,
while you're
what
on the road, simply
why I
download
like.
our app
Sorry, I'll try and
on your
rephrase
smartphone
this, and I'll try and
so
get
you
my
can
mouth
take
into
advantage
gear.
of our many
Why I liked
online discounts.
DxTory
For more
for good
information,
software,
simply visit
and the bad, the good and the bad, the ugly of
or get in touch with
DxTory,
us
and I'll
on
go
Facebook.
into it. Again, for you guys that
We're
are,
always striving to
don't
improve
record, you're
our
going to be
service.
baffled by
Please use the
science, but
questionnaire we send you
with
by email to give us
DxTory,
feedback
the
about your journey.
it's a good
You can also
software,
use
don't
this
get
to
me
share
wrong.
your
It is a
suggestions,
paid software, and
ideas,
it's
requests.
done me
We're
well
always
for
ready
the
to
last
assist. And now, we
sort of
can
like
finally set
9
off. Thank you for
to
listening.
11
We hope you
months.
have a relaxing journey
It's been
and
great.
enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Aspects of that, because when it records, okay, it records it in a bigger file, but it never used to have such a frame rate drop. You used to get more of a stable FPS, and when it did record the file format, it would separate the sound files. And when I say that, it's like, well, what do you mean, Kev? Something for you guys that don't do YouTube. What it'd do is it would separate the game sound to my voice to music. Whatever if I was playing music in the background, or if the game itself is quite a loud game, what I could do once I recorded with Diaries, I'd then when I went to the rendering or editing side of it, I could then tweak the sound levels of each file that came through. So I could tweak the game sound. If I found it was a bit loud when editing, I could tweak it down a bit. Or if I was a bit too quiet on certain bits, I could tweak it up a bit, my voice up a bit more. And if I found it was topping out onto the microphone as well, again I could fiddle about with it enough to make it more bearable. Oops.
Ist der Fahrer betrunken oder warum fahren wir so?
Yeah. I know. I hit a pole. Don't blame me. It's this vague steering they've got going. It's like, yeah, bad driver drives his vehicle. Yeah, probably not far off the mark there. I'm gonna go while the going's good, I think. Oh, come
Alter,
on.
wo hast du denn deinen Führerschein gemacht?
Come on, steering. Wakey. They've definitely improved the,
Bremsen wir oder
See,
der
I
Fahrer
knew that
auf
was
mein
coming.
Gas?
We all knew that was coming, didn't we, guys and girls? We knew that it was going to go. I had to cut that guy up. But anyway, so you could tweak this. You could tweak the sound levels to what you prefer when doing the editing. Now, that was best for me. I like that aspect because, you know, like I say, if you've got a noisy game or a noisy part in the scenery, you could just cut that little bit in the scene and then, whoa, come on, bus. I'm sure the steering's got more and more vague. So I play this game. It's more and more vague. But you could tweak the sound levels to your heart's content. And that was the good thing about it. Now problem is with OBS, it didn't allow you to do that so much. Nor does XSplit. Unfortunately, it does it all combines it all into one sound file. Now I see there's XSplit channels there, and what I might have to do is it's probably partially my fault because I'm not really giving XSplit its due grace. And any of you guys that do use XSplit, you know, you may be able to direct me or help me if I'm wrong here. But I've seen there's some options on the XSplit recorder for using XSplit recording software. Well, the XSplit sounds file. Now I don't know how that works, and I don't know if that's from where I initially started using XSplit Gamecaster. That's what I started off with because it was free. I thought the broadcast was more for just editing, but then I realised broadcaster actually does exactly the same thing, but works a lot better. Still, there are still limitations on what you can do with it, especially as it's a free copy. You know, trying to save the pennies for more better games and hardware acceleration, or hardware and software and stuff like that. Hardware for the PC mainly, upgrades for that aspect. Sorry, it's a bit laggy. I've noticed the lag has sort of picked up a bit on this stretch of road. Don't know what that's about. Whether it's something happening in the background on my PC or something else is amiss. Because that was lagging on both my screen and the main screen. But you know, that's the main feature at the moment. Is, you know, I went a bit mad. I bought in. Wow, they just vanished. It's the case of vanishing AI. Yay! And the steering wheel's going nuts at me again. After I was singing their praises about how good it's become. Yeah, so no, that's with the that's the main focus at the moment is to upgrade the PC. That's going to be the first key thing to do in the new year, because I've been nagging and nagging and nagging, and I know you guys are probably fed up to the back teeth of hearing me nag about how tired the PC's getting, how it needs its upgrade. And I keep sort of putting it off because unfortunately bills just get in the way. You know, paying for sort of like internet usage, and you know, paying sort of like general day-to-day bills creep up on you, and then it's like, yeah, I can't afford it this month. If I buy, you know, if I would buy my main board at what it said cost, I won't be able to do anything else this month at all. I could probably just about have the bare essentials and food, and but pretty much be broke for anything else. Oh yeah, sorry. That was my bad. It will. It's definitely. Please. Whoa, a random event, eh? I knew that's coming. It's got to stop along here, haven't we? Alright, Mr. Buzzkill. Let's see what you got for me. So it says stop passengers, 9 out of 11. And taco's okay. I'm not over hours, so. If I knew that straight off the get-go, but hey ho, we'll drive on. I could park there, but it's no point. I wasn't expecting anything other than that, to be fair. But anyway, what was I saying? TML Studios, please have a look at. I know you've said that the steering wheel support is going to be
Ist der
improved.
Fahrer betrunken oder warum fahren wir so?
It feels so vague. I shouldn't have to spin the wheel that much just to get it to respond. And I don't see any sort of dead zones. If anyone sees anything reference a dead zone and how to adjust it, please let me know, because I just don't see it. I looked and I looked, and you can calibrate it and stuff like that, but that's as good as it gets. And I know I've been moaning about that as well for a while. But going back to, you know, what they've got planned, you know, it looks okay from the from the early development blogs, but again, how are they? They're gonna probably, like I initially thought, they're probably gonna be working on it for the next year to 2 years.
Warum fahren wir Slalom?
See, I don't see how that's steering misbehaviour. I had it correct. Because the thing handles like a superliner. And I know it's not just because I've not set it up right. I know it's because especially when you're playing American Truck Simulator or even ETS, Euro Truck Simulator 2. I know they've been doing it a lot longer, admittedly, but that's more or less on the ball when it comes to when the vehicle's, how responsive the wheel is in comparison to what's actually going on the road. But I shouldn't have to be doing what I'm doing at the moment, which is, like I've said before, in the game, it looks like I'm only just like touching the wheel, but I'm actually going over sort of like to the 6 o'clock, sometimes the 8 o'clock position, just to see. This is almost like a full rotation now, just to get it to turn this much. They're gonna go, oh, you're driving too slow. I don't know which way I need to go. I need to go on straight. It says it's straight on, so yeah. But if it's, if their new game's going to be anything like this is, I think they're, unfortunately again, and this is my honest opinion, and they're not going to like me for saying this, but I think they're going to rush it again, and then they're going to take what they've learnt from this game. Don't get me wrong. They're going to take all the lessons they've learnt from this game, because this is what they do. It's a track record. They see what they've done wrong in the previous game, and then use it to try and improve the next one. But then they still rush it anyway. So when it does come out, it's not purely finished, and it's like, well, you'll get it, and you think it looks beautiful. Like this game looks beautiful, and it plays well. It runs quite well. It's quite smooth.
Ja,
I'm
jetzt noch
speeding.
Flügel und wir heben ab.
Okay. Not speeding now. I'm still speeding. Yeah, like I say, it looks like a beautiful game, and it is a beautiful game to look at. Because the Unreal Engine definitely does it justice. The track IR is a step in the right direction, as I said, but there's still so many things with this that they need to work on, and I'm gonna say the jury's still out on whether they're gonna work on it or not. They say they're gonna do it, but will they? That is the question. Will they actually do what they promised they said they're gonna do? And so, like I've been in the past, I've had a lot of people promise me things and say things, this, that and the other. I won't go into great detail, but only then for them to sort of like break their promises. This is why I don't make promises myself. I do my best to meet, if I say I'm going to do something, I do my absolute best to do it. If there's a reason why I can't do it, then I'll feel real bad. But I always try and do. I'm speeding.
Das ist hier nicht die Formel 1.
I got Gatsoed. Nice. You got caught speeding. Yeah. The old red light, waiting at the red light, waiting down. Yeah, I always try and try to always meet what I say I'm going to do, to my utmost ability. And I know life can get in the way sometimes of stuff, but thing is, with games developers, they're a bit like politicians. They'll tell you what you want to hear, but then when it comes down to it, it's like, oh well, yeah, due to this, that, and the other reason. Realistically, they should set up, like, I know they've got like goal plans they need to meet, and they've got time restrictions which they need to meet as well. So, and I don't know how big TML Studios are now, or AcuSoft, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know how big they are, because they're not as big as they used to be. Back in the day, the games industry used to be humongously big, and they used to be able to, you know, probably spend hundreds of thousands, if not a million or so, on sort of like on research and development, and they pay beta testers to do like beta testing for them and everything else. But you know, I don't know, you know, with the decline in, like, we had a lot of the recession and everything else, you know, the recession, obviously people stopped buying as many games, and so then, you know, their sales declined, etc, etc, and it all had a knock-on effect. So they had to sort of like tighten their own belts and cut costs where they can. But there's a point where you need to sort of like think, right, okay, we don't need to pay. We can get people to sort of like do our beta testing for us for free if we give them like a beta key for the game or whatever, as long as they keep it on the down low, or you know, they can do it on the provisory, they can show it on their channel as long as it's not monetized if they're a YouTuber or whatever, or they can do like a one-off special when we say they can or whatever. And I know they do in some aspects. If you look at what Squirrel gets, like sort of like perks to see stuff a lot before anyone else does, and some sort of like some big YouTube names get nice little cushy perks to show off games way before they're due to be released or whatever. They get trials to free betas, and I know there's certain things you can apply for a free beta on. Come on mate, I'm not that close to you. The light's going to change now, I bet. What's the money? No, I'm good. I know there's certain places you can, if you go to certain developers places, they've got like free betas which you can enter into. You just need to sort of like sign up with them and like all that good stuff. But and they probably do a lot of testing in-house as well.
Da kann sich die Bahn echt mal ein Beispiel nehmen.
Thank you, mate. At least someone appreciates my driving. Right. Yeah, I know they. Oh, I'm creeping forward. They do a lot of stuff in-house, but you know, I think they need to sort of like improve in some aspects on the way they sort of like do things, such as prevent games from being released too quickly. But anyway, that's my personal thought. Let me just let these guys grab their bags. I've rambled on long enough. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, a big like would be much appreciated and helps me out a lot. And that way I can gauge whether everyone still likes watching this series and if I continue on doing it. I've got no plans to stop doing it, but you know, like I say, if the views start to drop and the likes start to drop, then I'll start to think, I'll rethink it. But If you did like it, again, please don't forget to like, and you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, please feel free to share. It helps me out again. Any help is better than no help at the end of the day. So please feel free to share, and if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of this and anything else that I'm working on, please feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.